In the serene realms of Princess Priya and Queen Bowzer, tranquility reigns supreme. These kingdoms serve as a model of harmony and benevolence, extending their protective arms to aid the inhabitants of the besieged Trampled Kingdom. This setup forms the bedrock for our narrative, exemplifying not only political stability, but also the altruistic impetus that defines enlightened leadership. Such a depiction underlines the role of peace in fostering collective growth and resilience, both central tenets to a thriving society. The significance of this peaceful coexistence and mutual aid is profound. It highlights how cooperative diplomacy transcends borders to address broader communal needs. It serves as a lens through which we examine themes like leadership, jealousy, and human emotions intertwined with governance. The alliance between Priya and Bowzer is emblematic of real-world international partnerships, such as the United Nations' collaborative efforts to maintain peace and facilitate humanitarian aid in war-torn regions. Likewise, the European Union's cohesive policies among member states illustrate the benefits and challenges of shared governance and collective responsibility. Opinions generally laud such alliances, arguing they are essential for a sustainable future. Advocacy groups and policymakers emphasize that unity among diverse leadership fosters environments where global challenges can be met with comprehensive solutions. However, not all share this rosy outlook. Critics point to potential sovereignty issues where individual leaders may feel overshadowed by another's influence, reminiscent of Priya's sudden envy regarding Ethan. Such emotions are potent catalysts for discord, threatening the delicate equilibrium of the alliance. Priya's jealousy over Ethan's apparent preference for Queen Bowzer is a complex emotional narrative thread that underscores the fragile balance within powerful alliances. It reflects the reality of interpersonal dynamics that can disrupt even the most stable relationships. This emotionally charged subplot is a reminder that personal feelings often interlace with political motives, potentially leading to conflicts if not addressed with care and understanding. In the narrative of Princess Priya and Queen Bowzer, their roles in the Trampled Kingdom are multifaceted, embodying diplomacy, leadership, and the protection of vulnerable populations. As tranquil allies, they are instrumental in mending the damage inflicted upon the Trampled Kingdom, showcasing their dedication to peace and unity. Their influence extends beyond their respective kingdoms, signifying the importance of cooperative governance in times of crisis. Their commitment to aiding the Trampled Kingdom highlights how leadership transcends borders when humanitarian needs arise. This dynamic plays a crucial role in understanding the larger theme of unity and compassion on the world stage. A notable example of this can be seen in international aid efforts, where nations collaborate to provide relief to disaster-stricken areas. Similar to Priya and Bowzer's involvement, countries often set aside political differences to offer support in humanitarian crises, underscoring the importance of global solidarity. Another real-world parallel is found within organizations that work across borders, such as the United Nations, which embodies this spirit of partnership to coordinate relief efforts and promote peace. Opinions supporting this concept emphasize that such collaboration leads to stronger, more resilient communities, both in fiction and reality. By sharing resources and expertise, allies can address challenges more effectively, ultimately leading to lasting positive change. However, this intertwines with potential challenges and controversies. In the story, Princess Priya's jealousy towards Ethan's possible favoritism with Queen Bowzer introduces personal conflict amidst broader diplomatic endeavors. This illustrates how human emotions and rivalries can complicate cooperation, reflecting real-world scenarios where national interests or interpersonal conflicts may hinder international partnerships. The tensions between Priya and Bowzer over Ethan's allegiance exemplify how personal dynamics can influence political alliances. This scenario connects to the broader narrative by emphasizing the delicate balance leaders must maintain between personal feelings and public responsibilities. This intersection of personal and political realms illustrates how emotional intelligence is crucial in diplomacy and governance, impacting decisions that affect the welfare of many. Overall, the story of Princess Priya and Queen Bowzer offers a lens into the intricacies of leadership in interconnected communities, resonating with real-world diplomacy's challenges and potential for positive impact. In the storytelling world of Princess Priya and Queen Bowzer, The introduction of Ethan plays a pivotal role as it sheds light on his significance to the kingdom dynamics. Ethan can be seen as a figure whose presence catalyzes crucial interpersonal relationships and power balances among the key characters. He symbolizes external influence, potentially altering the equilibrium of the kingdoms, which are otherwise portrayed as calm and cooperative until his potential move is mentioned. The introduction of Ethan's character is significant because it essentially becomes a litmus test for the personal and political dynamics in the kingdoms. His potential relocation with Queen Bowzer is not merely a matter of choice, but a matter that inadvertently incites emotion and reaction, especially with Princess Priya. This situation underscores Ethan's importance and influence. He is not just a supporting character, but a pivotal variable in the royal narrative that reveals deeper undercurrents of jealousy, alliance, and trust. In real-world applications, Ethan's character could be likened to an indispensable advisor or diplomat whose transfer impacts relations between two collaborating nations. Critics may argue that such dynamics reflect real-life scenarios where human emotion intersects with duty. Ethans of the world often bear the burden of unintentional power dynamics. They can unwittingly become symbols of favoritism or contention, thereby driving others to confront their deeper motivations. However, Ethan's potential move could be seen as controversial, suggesting either the futility of relying on a single entity for balance or the inherent volatility of human emotions. In Princess Priya's jealousy, some might detect a challenge to patriarchal norms and the tides of favoritism, questioning why such significance is placed on a singular figure within a supposedly stable alliance. Ultimately, Ethan's introduction weaves into the larger storyline by affecting the trust and cooperation between Princess Priya and Queen Bowzer. His presence crystallizes existing tensions and potential schisms, revealing how personal insecurities and allegiances might influence broader communal stability. This in turn reflects the fragility of peace, when personal affections and rivalries are intertwined with governance, providing a nuanced commentary on leadership and emotional entanglement. Princess Priya's feelings of jealousy represent a complex and emotionally charged aspect of interpersonal dynamics within the outline narrative of In the Kingdoms of Princess Priya and Queen Bowzer. Jealousy, in its essence, is an emotional response to the threat of losing something one holds dear to another perceived rival. In the context of the story, this involves Priya's concern over Ethan potentially gaining Queen Bowzer's favor, which she perceives as a threat to her own relationship and status with both Ethan and Queen Bowzer. The significance of this point within the main topic lies in its capacity to create tension and conflict between the characters, thereby driving the narrative forward. The introduction of jealousy adds depth to Priya's character, revealing her vulnerabilities and the underlying motivations that influence her actions. It also sets the stage for a potential conflict resolution arc, wherein Priya may need to confront her insecurities or communicate openly with Queen Bowzer and Ethan to resolve their differences. In real-world terms, jealousy can be seen in various relationships, such as workplace dynamics, where an employee may feel threatened by a colleague who gains the boss's attention or favor. Another example is romantic relationships, where one partner might become envious of another friend or colleague who spends time with their significant other, potentially leading to misunderstandings and conflict. Opinions on jealousy suggest it can be both destructive and revealing. Some psychologists argue that jealousy is a natural emotion that highlights areas where individuals may feel insecure, offering an opportunity for personal growth. However, unchecked jealousy can lead to significant relational damage and should be managed through communication and self-reflection. Challenges and controversies surrounding jealousy often involve its potential to perpetuate negative behavior and relational conflict. Alternative viewpoints suggest that jealousy is not inherently negative, but becomes problematic when it leads to destructive actions or when it is rooted in baseless insecurities. This concept of jealousy connects to other aspects of the main topic by influencing the relationships between characters and their respective kingdoms. Priya's jealousy towards Ethan and Queen Bowzer can impact how these characters interact with each other, potentially affecting alliances, decision-making, and the overall stability within their kingdoms. Exploring Priya's feelings of jealousy offers a narrative opportunity to delve into themes of trust, communication, and emotional resilience, all pivotal in maintaining harmony in fictional realms and real-world contexts alike.